Today, it is becoming more and more challenging to have multiple teams aligned towards same set of goals while they are working in different time zones. And some of them might be working remotely while others might be working in hybrid mode. So it makes so much of a chaos. So how do we make sure that all of them are working towards a same goal and a same mission? Well, the answer lies in a document called as Team Charter. Team Charter is a document that acts as a North Star for your project team. It articulates your team's mission, scope of operation, objective, and commitment. For a project, it can also spell out the timelines and the consequences of not meeting them. The most effective team charter gives team a focus, direction, and their boundaries. It also reduces confusion, repetition, and duplication. If you have been working together quite for some time, you might think that, oh, I already know what are my goals and we are working towards it. But what if your team members' interpretation of the same goal is different from yours? How do you make sure that everyone is on the same page? The idea of the team charter is that since everyone contributes to the creation of it, everybody has to follow it. So how do we prepare one for our team? MIRO is a great visual collaboration tool that acts not only as a whiteboard, but it gives you amazing platform to run virtual meetings, to collaborate together with your team from different time zones. So today I'll show you an example of how to create your team charter in MIRO. So first, let's try to understand what are the different sections of the team charter that we need to brainstorm about. So we need to answer a few questions, such as who's the team leader? What the stakeholders expect from this team to deliver? What it is that each contributor in the team brings to the table? What are the individual expectations? Let me share my screen and show you a template provided by MIRO to create a team charter. Here's a sample team charter template provided by MIRO. I'll be sharing the link to this charter in the comment section. So this is a section where we define the team purpose, wherein we exactly map out what is it that our customers and business should achieve. So this has been represented in these cards over here. Next, we map out the customer and business goals with the team goals. So what is it that the team needs to achieve? We also define the success criteria, which will help us measure the progress towards these goals. We also need to define the roles and responsibilities. Who is doing what and for whom? What does each team member need to achieve their goal? So here's section number 2, which is defining the people and the roles that they need to perform. So here, for each role, we need to define their top 3 responsibilities along with their assets, skills, and also their expectations on the right-hand side. These yellow cards on the right-hand side, they depict the working style of that particular person, and it also helps them set certain expectations while collaborating with others. Values and agreements is another factor which helps us collaborate better as a team. So you can do this simple exercise wherein you ask your team to jot down their top 3 values as an individual while working professionally. And then you collate them and define your group values, the values such as teamwork, supporting each other, doing the right thing, focusing on productivity and impact. You can add those cards in this black box of values. It's also crucial to define how do you make decisions as a group. How do we reach an alignment when there is conflict of opinion? How do we come to consensus as a group? For example, defining a RACI matrix is very helpful not only to have clear boundaries in terms of roles and responsibilities, but also to be very clear about who's going to make decision about which aspect. How do we resolve conflicts as they arise as a team? For example, we might set up a one-to-one discussion with that person, or we might get a moderator when required. So all these things you can define here. By the way, this is going to be very helpful for somebody who's newly joining your team to understand what are the skill sets for everyone, and also to handle any conflicts or any help they need in terms of decision making. Now, the most important aspect, how do you hold ourselves accountable? For example, having regular retrospective meetings to understand what's not being done correctly and to continuously improve the process and to drive the accountability. The most important part of remote work is communicating effectively. So, what are the tools that we are going to use for communication? What are the ground rules? Are we going to use most of the times async mode of communication? If we are going to have synchronous meetings, then how frequently are we going to have them? What is the criteria for scheduling those meetings? Who are the key stakeholders that we need to keep informed? So overall, once you define a team charter, your team will have more clarity about their purpose, roles and responsibilities, and also the values, agreements, and the ground rules. The idea in the remote work is to empower the team members and to help them work autonomously as much as they can. So creating the team charter is your first step as a remote IT leader to keep driving people towards the same purpose and also to drive more engagement in the team because we are having everyone contribute to this document. So do create one for your team and let me know if it made any difference. That's all for today. Thank you.